another one.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Chandler Show. Where there are lots of laughs and all that neat old stuff. And now here he is, the host with the most, Christian Chandler. Good evening, friends, and welcome to the Christian Chandler Show. I am your host, Christian Chandler. Now tonight we are going to talk about poetry and behind the scenes of the lines, which got me inspired. And I'm going to express my feelings a little bit, so please don't laugh. I'll feel embarrassed. Okay. Anyway, my poem is entitled "The Song of Christian." And I just did it last night on May 14th, 1998. There's some snow. Anyway, I'm going to do my poem now, so here goes. I hear America singing as I sing of myself, and you experience as I experience. The problems of yourself are my problems. The youth of the young singing cries of happiness. The children's song is song of laughter. At age 6 weeks, I sang the song of laughter. Then at 1.5 years of age, the Lord clicked the mute button on me. Those are my parents' songs. They pulled me through the talk again at age 7. I now, 16 years old, and good talkative tune, hope to achieve new goals and Mario Raceway records and to finish my homemade Nintendo Power magazine. The magazine songs, the ballad of Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Boy. The rudeness of the teenager song, the despicable mention of rude words, and drugs. I'm not afraid to speak, despise the hazardous flukes in America's song. My song that I sing, although I talk well, my peer relationship is low and my loneliness is off the scale. Anyway, that's my poem. Now we're going to go behind the lines and see how it all got inspired. Now the first line, I hear America singing and singing myself. I got those from the combination of the first line of both song of myself and I hear America singing. And the experiencing and problems page, I made those up myself. And of course, you know, the youth, I'm talking about the young children here. They start singing their cries of happiness when they are born, with their little giggles and tee-hee-hees. That's just the sound of laughter. At age 6 weeks, I started the sound of laughter, which was I started talking. Now my first word was monkey, and here's how it happened. My mother and I went down to a Best Buy store in Charlottesville many years ago. Of course, you know, at age 6 weeks, I was born in 1982. Anyway, Mother was carrying me in her arms, and she was shopping. But then all of a sudden, I said, "Monkey!" There was an old woman nearby, and she heard me, and she came over, asked my mom, "Was that your son?" And my mom said, "Yeah, that was my son." And she didn't say anything. She was just shocked. And anyway, I went on and on with my mouth. That is until the age 1.5 years. The sad thing that happened, the Lord clicked the mute button on me. Click, click. That's what I'm representing my autism there. The Lord clicking the mute button. Anyway, here's how my autism began. I'm going to be very truthful here. I had a babysitter, but she was kind of a mean babysitter. Anyway, one day she was on the phone, and I came over to her and said something, and she was kind of angry at me because I interrupted her phone call. Then she locked me in a room full of nothing but toys, and she just locked me in there. And I was very lonely, so I just sat there and cried, and well, that's how my autism began, thanks to an evil babysitter. And then thanks to my parents, actually my mom did most of the work, but it was thanks to my parents. They got me talking again at age 7. Anyway, here's how they happened. My mother always took me down to the toy store at least every weekend to look at the repackages, like say for example GoBots. You remember those old fashioned GoBot toys? Well, anyway, Mommy always read the packages for me, and I read along with her. And well, we just read the name of the toy and the name of the character that it represents, and then they'll go to the flip side and see all the other characters, the other toys in the collection. And of course, we do the same for the old-fashioned Transformers. Yes. And also, sometimes Mother and I buy some Lego sets and build them together. Like for example. Oh yeah. Like for example, this old bicycle pick shop here. You can tell this is an old-fashioned Lego set on the counter. This is the old-fashioned Lego land on the corner. Anyway, we always built something like this, but and one time we even built a nice racetrack. I haven't started my Lego town, but I named my camera there, but I don't think that they have a. Oh well. Anyway. Excuse me. Anyway, Mother and I always have fun together. But then at age 7, my mouth blabbed. I started blabbing my mouth again. Darn that collar. And then I opened and achieved new records on Mario Raceway. You know I like to play video games. I mean, I have the Tale 64 video games, the Super Nintendo games, Genesis, old-fashioned Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Gear, Sega CD, 32X, and I also got lots of Tiger Brand LCD games. Anyway, I was a video game person. My favorite type of game were racing. So one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games was Mario Kart 64. I was always trying to beat my Ghost on the Mario Raceway Time Trials mode. My best record in Mario Raceway is as Mario on minute 21 and 89 seconds. A minute 21, 89. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I always like to beat my records. But then the homemade Nintendo Power magazine, that's the magazine you heard that was lost. Here, let me show you. Here it is, my homemade Nintendo Power magazine. Actually, that's just a cover. I'm working on it on the insides, like a regular Nintendo Power magazine. When I'm done, it should have 108 pages according to the front cover and the back cover. Right now, I'm only on page 35. I'll show you the pages that are inside it. We have your table of contents with the mentioning of the main article. And of course, your table of contents there. Then we have the letter section. Now you see the two envelopes on this page. I actually created them on two envelopes myself. I just kind of copied them from the envelopes onto here. And on this page, the 3 envelopes, I just kind of made up myself. That's Cruising USA, Zelda, and Yoshi's Story. And we have the power charts, which is the top 10 Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo games and the top 5 Game Boy games. Of course, the most wanted. Then some more letters, and I just made up an article about somebody winning a Zelda contest. You know, test the Zelda 64 game that's going to come out later. Way later. I bet we don't even know. We're not exactly sure when it's going to come out. Now, darn, this thing is slipping on me. Anyway, you know, I had this dream a long time ago about Sonic on Game Boy. So that's why I based my magazine on. Of course, you can tell by the cover, switch from Sega to Nintendo. So I started off by making my own Nintendo 64 game, Sonic 64. Isn't that a cool picture or what? Alright, well, you got your castle there and Sonic and Tails. Excuse me a sec. Darn it thing. This may be rumors for you. My magazine's beginning to fall apart on me. I mean, it's just paper clipped. So sue me. I'm just still working on it. Now let me just find that page again. Anyway, there you have the old castle again. But then I got the special moves, the spin dash, pound the ground, spin punch. There's that cool picture of Sonic in the corner. Isn't that cool or what, huh? 3-dimensional. Gotta call that cool, yeah. No, yeah. And then I have Sonic's friend that helps. Of course, Tails that flies, Knuckles he punches and climbs, and Bionic. Well, you heard rumors about Bionic. He's that Sonic's brother I made myself, who's that very good basketball player and mechanic. I can tell you the background story on him. I could tell you, but I'll just make it quick so I can tell you anyway. Bionic was Sonic's older brother. Please, no, older. Anyway, one day when they were very young, they were playing a game of catch. That Sonic accidentally threw the ball into the bushes. Bionic offered to get it because he was closer to it. He went in the bushes, but then there was a warp portal there, and he got sucked into it. Sonic tried to get him out. The Sonic fell into it, went to a dimension of a basketball. But then years later, Bionic found a way to go back to Sonic, and he ended up at Sonic's new home in Naho. And Sonic and Bionic lived together from then on. Anyway, he's a great mechanic too. And I got some pictures here that show how Sonic's friends helped me climbing along Knuckles, Tails flying Sonic, and Bionic destroying one of Dr. Robotnik's evil machines. And of course, you know my Sonic on Game Boy Dream. Originally it's Sonic and Knuckles, but I decided to do something different in this magazine. Sonic and Knuckles 2. I mean a sequel, yeah. Anyway, you got your coverage there. And I put little Dr. Robotnik in the corner saying, "I hate Sonic, and I hate that Echidna too." Oh, gee, I hate the clip is slipping again. Darn that thing. Yeah. And of course, you know, I got my basic coverages about a file selector, another water zone, Knuckles, playing as Knuckles, and special stage. Cool, huh? And then I made up a Super Nintendo game, Super Sonic. Yeah, it's a Super Nintendo game with some of the Sonic games and one Super Nintendo cartridge. Hey, look, check this out. I got Sonic hanging down on a Super Nintendo controller. Yo! Anyway, then I got some coverage on the Sonic I select the game you want to play. Of course, I got Sonic 1 picture there, and Sonic 3. Oh dear. And then I have the coverage on the games. I got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles in there. Yeah, the original Sonic and Knuckles I'm talking about, not Sonic and Knuckles 2. But then I made up another Nintendo 64 game, sort of interested in teenagers. I call it Beast Wars Transformers. And except these are not about the missions, they're fighters. Yeah, no, it's the Master and Predacons fight each other. And I made so that it would be Rumble Pack compatible. And the bots that I put in it goes as follows. I got Optimus Primal and Cheetor, Rat Trap, Silverbolt, Dinobot, Megatron, Tarantulas, Waspinator, Quickstride, and Inferno. And then before I made the cover of Sonic, I made up a other Nintendo Power cover, which I made up. You heard of Mega Man X for Super Nintendo? Well, that's what I did. Mega Man X 64. Check that out, a cool picture. It's back. And then there's some coverage about some of the stuff about him. I mean, Sigma's return, Zero being captured, and it's his armor. It's actually revived armor from the original first Mega Man X game, except more powerful. Because it's actually, whatever. Anyway, I got your bosses from the 3 Mega Man X games and a couple of the classic Mega Man games. I got Storm Eagle, Snake Man, Wheel Gator, Neon Tiger, Gravity Beetle, Bubble Crab, Shadow Man, and why not Mega Man X without the old classic Mega Man X boss? Oh dear. These things are slipping on me. Anyway, Chill Penguin. Yeah, that penguin is back, alright. And I got each of these bosses in a 3D battle zone. And of course now I got coverage of Sigma's return. I got Robot's dog reform. Then I made up a new descent for old Dr. Wily Jr. He's fighting Mega Man and a robot. Monkey! And then I got Sigma's return. This is actually from the cover of that cover I made up. I mean, it's actually destroyed Sigma, but this is from his view. It's actually from the opposite side of the battlefield. Right now I'm working on the classified information, begun with Sonic, codes of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. I just did Mario Kart 64. For Nintendo Power, I'm tracing another copy. Yeah, you can tell it's another copy because look at there. Sonic is a bit more chubbier there. You can tell the difference right there. So right now I'm on this tracing thing. I only got to page 60. It was the beginning of Super Sonic. But moving on, the Rudeness of the Teenagers song. Of course, I'm talking about those despicable, rude words they got there. When they say like something like, oh, boop, and oh, boop, and son of a boop. You understand what I'm talking about? That just really ticks me off. And I hope this video is getting through to those students in that English class of mine. I hope to get through their heads and get through to everybody else in that school that rude language is cruel. You see it, and you think it's cool to the adults, but you should never ever do it. It's just rude, very rude. I'm just sick of it. Yeah. And then there's that other thing, the DRUGS. That thing that just clogs up my nose. Yeah. And that other thing, ew. Anyway, it just makes me sick to see people just waste their lives away on that. It's despicable. Despicable. You understand what I'm talking about? And of course, I'm not afraid to speak about the hazardous flukes like an American song like those. And then, of course, that last line there, the song I sang, even though my peer relationship is low, I talk about the peer relationship in my neighborhood. I do not have that many peers in the neighborhood. All I have in my neighborhood is Damien. I don't usually see him a lot. And a 12-year-old boy named Michael. He's just a little kid. Anyway, I'm just usually lonely at home. Don't have a second player to play with. I don't even have a little brother. I'm still hoping for one. Anyway, I see about God. That's about time I sign off. But before I go, I have just one thing to say to the teacher. Enough in English class? You have got to be kidding me. An F. I do not even know when was the last time I got an F. Who knows? It could have been back in old Greene County. That stupid place. Yeesh. That at Greene County Primary. Actually, it was a nice school, but then there came Nathanael Greene Elementary. That's why I got the F. Anyway, then many years rolled by. Then you came along and gave me an F. I mean, I started off with an A, and you just lowered it. I'm getting sick and tired of this lower thing. What do you have against the handicapped children anyway? I mean, I know my handicap is autism, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And you, Mrs. Bird, I think that F is very disrespectful. I mean, I am very emotional about it. Anyway, it's time I sign off. Well, this has been the Christian Chandler Show, and we hope you all enjoyed it. And as they say in the line of TV land, good night, folks. Woo!